Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of a Doki Doki Literature Club playthrough here at Manly Battleships. I'm Mr. Panda.
And I'm Roxstar!
I will be narrating and playing the main character, and Roxstar will be providing all of the extra voices.
Hopefully better than that.
When we left off last time, we came to what I personally expect to be a very decisive decision as a messenger of God. For as you know, we are playing this through in a very righteous path mentality. Everything that I do is for the greater glory of Him. Now, I had to spend a lot of time on my knees in between episodes here.
Oh, did you now?
Yes, contemplating exactly how I should proceed with this, because
Panda, how's your head?
my head is fine, for it is surrounded by the halo. Now, as I said, I had to spend a lot of time thinking about this because people have been dropping hints left and right. Like, oh, well, I mean, you're probably going to be coming up to something important soon, they keep saying. Still haven't been spoiled. So, here's what I'm thinking. As a good and godly man proceeding through this world of high school, I have to immediately discount helping either Natsuki, the lowly, or Yuri, the Satanist. Which leaves us with two choices. Either I have to go with Monika or with Sayori. Sayori, who has run off back to her house, clearly depressed, because that's how it works when you're operating from the outside in. But even as the character in there, I know, okay, she's probably not having a great day. But, like any good Christian, I know exactly how I must proceed now. I send thoughts and prayers to Sayori. And I must pick Monika by process of elimination, even though she is probably filled with who knows what evil. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monika.
Yay, you picked me! Hold on 1 second. Yeah! Monika, you're the one who needs the least help of us. I guess
Who needs the least help out of all of us? Oh!
apparently I can't do better than your intro. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Panda was the one who, that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monika. You're supposed to be making responsible decisions for the club. Monika, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monika. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. We won't do as good a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monika. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So are you going to do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. It's technically most logical for Panda to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Do you have a preference, Panda?
Well, I've already established that I won't help either of them. And since Monika is out, I guess I will have to upgrade from the basic plan of thoughts and prayers to the bronze plan of saying, I have brought you some Bible verses, Sayori. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and...
But Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much?
No! Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay?
Oh my God! God these people!
Well, who are you sending Bible verses to now, Panda? I'm sorry, I knew this was coming and I just couldn't say anything.
I spent hours wrangling on this on my knees!
I couldn't spoil it for you.
You uptight floozy! Harbinger of vice! I like that one, Harbinger of vice.
Okay.
Remember that one, guys. Fleety insults. Harbinger of vice.
Okay, so who are you sending Bible verses to?
I'm too upset to continue.
Already?
Can't believe that we're stuck in this. Alright. Which is least damaging to my pilgrim's progress? Feel like Yuri the Satanist might be not only the most dangerous of the four, but is also the one most hot and bothered by my presence, and I can't let her distract me from my time with God. So I guess I'm gonna go with Natsuki, the godless lowly. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun and relatively harmless. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people.
Don't worry. Baking is...
Baking is a ton of fun!
You'll definitely agree. Eh? Just a minute ago you were saying that. That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it, after all. That's good.
Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad.
So, that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes! Everything except the performance is going to be awesome.
I don't think that really counts.
What about you, Panda?
Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking.
Natsuki starts pouting too.
It's not that big of a deal or anything.
Well, it might be not... Wow.
It might not just be that.
It might not just be that. How do you silence in question mark? I don't know.
Okay.
If they still did video responses, this is the part where we would solicit you to do your best impression of ... question mark. But they don't, because YouTube is terrible. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do, and then nobody offering to help.
That doesn't mean...
Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression.
Look.
Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Okay.
Where were you thinking?
I wasn't looking that far ahead in the sentence.
Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're going to make the atmosphere special.
She's going to increase the amount of nitrous oxide.
That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, You need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little bit more credit.
Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction.
You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but...
Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayuri. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayuri would say at a time like this. Because Sayuri always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves.
I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a little bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that.
Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other.
Where are you going?
Eh?
We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized you don't even have a way to contact me.
Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind.
Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything.
Why would I do that?
Huh.
Natsuki gives me her number.
Okay. I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients.
Wait! You're coming to my house?
Well, yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house.
Yeah, right. Like, I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me.
Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me.
Yeah, how do you think I feel?
Hopefully more godly because your father doesn't let you see men in the house!
I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over.
Alright, fine by me.
Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it.
I think I skipped one by accident.
You can go back in the history and check.
Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work?
Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like, in front of everyone, that I was looking forward to this.
Wait, really?
Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so...
Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday.
Never mind.
I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming up to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayuri, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayuri finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. Don't want nothing but a good time. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. Why haven't I called Sayuri? I don't know. I'm just sending her thoughts and prayers like I said I would. Got some basic level charity going on here. I'm a good Christian.
Very good.
I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. And memes! Lots of godly memes!
Bible verses.
Lots of Bible verses.
Yeah.
And pictures of our Bible collections.
Uh-huh.
At least I would send her my Bible collection. I have lots of Bibles. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I don't know. Clearly I don't, because you won't do anything different. I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Oh, okay. Time to bring her those Bible verses. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it again. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. Ugh. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori.
Hi, Panda.
I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you?
Ah, I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now.
Uh-huh. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it for you.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today?
Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting.
Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today?
Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then.
Yep.
There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiles, shaking her head.
That's no good, Panda.
Eh?
Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm being punished for being so selfish. And I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Uh-huh. Yes?
What? No, you can't inflict punishment on yourself! That's the Lord's work! Sayori! I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in a trap, Panda. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really gonna make me say it, aren't you, Panda? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's just why I want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori?
Eh?
Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me.
You don't understand at all, Panda. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone else be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
This sounds very meta. What are you not telling me?
A lot.
You're right, that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do.
No, Panda. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be just the way it was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Tears streaked down Sayori's face.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. Oh, blessed daughter, you have recognized the Lord's wrath! She's on the path to redemption at last, Lucio! One more sinner saved! This time I pull her into a tight embrace.
Panda!
Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Panda!
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Panda,
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Panda. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too.
Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let go as well. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
No, don't! Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right?
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over, too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at home, anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in, because doorbells don't exist wherever we live.
Sup?
Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such a cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison.
Jeez, don't make it feel awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in.
I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies.
Well, I didn't want to come all this way just to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right?
Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home.
Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part.
Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen.
Wait, you're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where is your hospitality, Panda?
Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy!
Ahaha! I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed?
I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you.
It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk.
Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much?
It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they think I'm only worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people.
This godless lowly and her pride!
But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you.
Haha.
What?
That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that.
Hey! Now you are treating me just like a kid. I was just trying to be nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you get to treat me like...
Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki?
Forget it! I didn't say anything.
I should apologize.
Eh?
I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours.
Godless heathens.
Yeah, I know, right? This is where we drop in an ad for Lollipop.
Don't
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, it's the safe way to enjoy something young and bubbly. It's the legal way to enjoy something young and bubbly. That's right, folks. Every bottle of Lollipop is sweetened with real sugar, so you get that pure cherry taste in every last drop.
Don't pop a lolly.
Pop the top off a Lollipop.
How would you know that anyway?
Because we sell soda. Just trust me on this one. Our chief dipsomaniac established that Lollipop pairs perfectly with a bourbon aged exactly 12 years. And don't forget the scientific study that we funded that established that drinking Lollipop as part of a diet low in lollies is guaranteed to reduce awkward conversations about your browsing history. Science.
Okay, it is science. It will work.
I see Natsuki has the same reaction as you.
Gross.
Wow. Maybe there is a chance at redemption for her. Hey! Was that to me?
Who else?
Man, let's just get started already.
Aha! You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Panda.
Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. Sounds like my baking experience. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking.
Panda, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's gonna go in the oven soon, so I need to feel the trays.
I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for?
To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite.
Ah, that's a cute idea. It's called marketing. Are we doing anything like that with the icing?
Do you want to?
You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so...
Come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool.
See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if you're just looking at it. It makes everyone's eyes light up.
Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayuri and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah. Maybe I will use the food coloring then.
Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring.
Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing.
The icing is still all lumpy. Are you even trying?
Well, yeah, it'll just take a little longer.
Geez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look.
Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back.
You really need to beat the crap out of it.
After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved.
See?
As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
I don't want your gross fingers in my icing.
Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl.
Don't make me beat the crap out of you next.
I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn.
Gross! You got it on my face!
Oh boy. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
Jeez. You know what? Take this.
Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish! I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well.
Stop!
Not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun to see you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me? You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing.
What? Did you seriously just...
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red.
Panda? You really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? Probably shouldn't do that to a lowly.
What kind of question is she asking me just like that? I am an airhead! How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet.
No wonder! You left a dirty tray in here, dummy! How could you make such a mistake like that?
You should have checked before turning the oven on.
Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt, to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then, I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing, like nothing ever happened.
Ah, that smells so good.
The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Look how cute they all look.
She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing.
Not like you need to tell me that. I brought all this decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags.
Natsuki hands me some plastic bags.
I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others.
That's really thin, so you can make it to use stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake, like happy birthday or whatever.
Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature-themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like.
Ooh. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so...
Maybe I'm getting it from you.
What's that supposed to mean? I am not cute.
I am not cute, I am not kind, and I am not wonderful! Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute.
What? Well...
Natsuki's voice trails off.
Same with you.
Did you say something?
No, nothing. Let's just do the icing.
Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle into each of the bags.
There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki pulls... Oh boy.
You're just having a day.
When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire.
I'm Panda, and I read like this. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Talent agents out there, I'm definitely looking for work. Book me. Voice acting! Hooray!
Look how pretty they are together.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Ooh, I wish I could have one now.
Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that.
Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite.
Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner.
Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we could have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner.
Already? That's a shame.
It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance.
Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori carry some, then you could probably do it in one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any.
I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you.
Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today.
You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, Natsuki.
Eh?
What you said before, about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go somewhere.
Do you really mean that?
Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you.
Panda, I thought you only cared about getting this done. Ooh, I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so...
Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki! Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening?
You're being ungodly!
My head starts to go dizzy as I felt her soft breaths against me.
I've felt it for a while now.
Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori!
That...
Sayori! I'm sorry.
Hi, Panda?
Sayori! Just now, we weren't...
It's okay, Panda. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come by a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later.
Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
It's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Panda? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Panda. And if I wasn't here, you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Panda. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and I started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Panda, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And...
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I'd always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give to you. Oh boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, apparently we're in the goo now, and that's all the time we have for episode 6. So, from the Manly Battleships here, Mr. Panda,
Roxstar,
we wish you good night and good luck. And I will be doing much praying. Bye.